Hello everyone, I am Medha and once again very warm welcome to your channel that is English with Medha. So guys, today we are going to ask few of the questions related to things, of course English only, that how we can enhance this language, how we can start learning this language. In order to learn this language, what things that we have to do. I am not going to share anything today, okay, at all. So today who is going to share the things? What do you mean, Medha, that you are not going to speak? So yes, of course, I'm not going to speak. So these are all techniques, tips that I'm going to ask to our AI, to our chat GPT. Let's see what kind of suggestions and things it's providing us to learn the things. Whatever things that even I say and even like other YouTubers they try to share, the professors or like our teachers they suggest us, and even like few of the coaching centers which providing the spoken English sessions. So something like it's connecting to this or not. The share the like let's understand the things that what they are trying to say, and if something is new that's really helpful for us, so how we can follow it. So that things also we'll try to ask to it. Okay, so these all things, the all conversation is going to done by our AI. So please try to listen it. Okay. So now let's again connect to our AI. And guys, the other question that I wanted to leave with you, that if you are founding that yes, Medha, these things really we are also applying it. Is it like it's really helpful for us or it's not helpful for us? So please try to leave a comment related to it. Okay. Hello, Gemini.
Hello there. What can I do for you today?
Yeah, today I wanted to ask few of the simple questions related to English
All right,
learning
I'm ready for your
procedure.
questions. All right, sounds good. So I can help you with study tips, grammar tricks, or even suggest some fun ways to practice. What sounds good?
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to share with you that I don't have interest at all in reading the things, going with any kind of book. No, I just want to do practice and I want to learn this language perfectly, like to answer any questions and whatever people they are saying. So I'll try to, like, I wanted to know that all things. So, how I can do? Just share with me 3 to 4 tips related to it, and after that, I have few of the questions more in it. So, I'll ask to you. Go ahead.
All right, here's a few tips to get you started. First, try watching English movies or TV shows. Even if it's with subtitles at first, it helps you get used to the rhythm of the language. Also, you could try some language exchange apps or websites to practice conversation with real people. You could also check out some online courses or even try listening to English songs and learning the lyrics.
Okay, thank you so much for it. But, like, English can be learned by the uneducated people also.
Absolutely. Anyone can learn English, no matter their background or education level. Sometimes it might take a little more work or a different approach, but it's definitely possible.
Okay, so to learn this, what I can call like English language, is it necessary to go with the grammatical things?
Well, grammar's kind of like the skeleton of the language. It helps you build sentences that make sense. But you don't always need to study it like you're in school. You could pick up the basics as you go along with things like those movies and shows I mentioned.
Okay, so could you little bit share about the things that on which things we have to keep more focus in grammar, only for spoken part?
Alright, for spoken English, you'll want to focus on the basics. Things like tenses, past, present, and future. Also, pronouns and plurals can be a bit tricky. And don't forget about those small words like articles and prepositions. They might seem unimportant, but they make a big difference in how things sound.
Okay, so do you mean that it's important, right? These 4 to 5 things are very important
those
for
grammar
speaking
basics
purpose.
are.
Continue.
Alright, so it sounds like you want to know. So while perfect grammar might not be essential for everyday conversations, it does help people understand you better. And when it comes to more formal settings like job interviews or presentations, having a good handle on grammar definitely makes a difference.
Okay, thank you for that. The other question that I wanted to ask, that if any beginner wants to learn this language, so what things he or she should focus or follow. And the thing you have to keep in your mind that he or she uneducated person, okay, so they don't know anything like reading writing, but they are too much interested to learn this language, so how they can start.
Alright, so for someone who's just starting out, I'd say focus on the basics, get comfortable with simple conversations, learn some common phrases, and don't worry about sounding perfect right away. Also, try to find ways to make it fun. Maybe check out some English songs you like, or watch some short videos with subtitles.
Okay, so these are all things that we can do, right? Is there any few questions that you want to give to do practice, especially for beginners?
Absolutely. Simple questions are great for beginners. You could start with the basics, like what's your name or where are you from? Those are always good icebreakers. You could also try questions that need a bit more thought, like what do you like to do for fun? Or what's your favorite food?
Okay, and like how they can work on the pronunciation part.
Pronunciation can be a little tricky, but there are a few things you can do. First, try to listen carefully to how native speakers say words. You can find lots of videos online where people focus on pronunciation. You could also try recording yourself and comparing it to a native speaker.
Okay, and like how people can learn the new words because they always worry about the vocabulary. So, what is the correct way to learn and store the vocabulary for a longer time?
Alright, this is where those flashcard apps can come in handy. They let you quiz yourself on new words, and you can make your own decks to focus on whatever vocabulary you want. Also, try using those new words in sentences to help your brain really remember them.
Okay, now could you share with me, please, like few of the good applications names, which is really helping us to develop the vocabulary in a proper way, and it's storing in our mind at least for a long time, and actually like it's like how we can use that in our day-to-day conversation.
Alright, there are a couple of good ones. Duolingo and Memrise are both pretty popular for building vocabulary. They have lots of different exercises and ways to test yourself. You could also try something like Quizlet, where you can make your own flashcards.
Okay. Now the other things that I wanted to ask, that how they can work on the fluency part.
Alright, so for fluency, you want to get comfortable speaking without overthinking things. You could try recording yourself and listening back to see where you might be pausing too much. Also, try to relax and focus on getting your ideas out there, even if it's not perfect.
Okay. The last question that I wanted to ask, that confidence is really matter for learning this language?
Absolutely. Confidence is a big part of learning any language. The more confident you feel, the more likely you are to take risks and try new things. Remember, everyone makes mistakes when they're learning, so try not to be too hard on yourself.
Okay. And how we can build confidence to speak English perfectly?
One of the best ways to build confidence. Alright, so there's no single magic trick to speaking English perfectly. Even native speakers slip up sometimes. But with enough practice and the right mindset, you can definitely get really good. Focus on those conversation opportunities, keep learning new words, and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way.
Okay. How much time it will took to become a good speaker for a beginner?
That's a tricky question because it depends on a few things. How much time you have to practice, how consistent you are, and what your definition of good is. Some people might see improvement after a few months, while others might need a year or more.
Okay, so it depends person to person, right? That you mean to say.
Absolutely. It depends on the person. Some people pick up languages super fast, while others might take a bit longer. It also depends on how much time you put into it and how consistent you are with your practice.
Okay. Now I wanted to ask that consistency is really matters a lot to learn this language.
Absolutely. Consistency is key when you're learning a new language. Even a little bit of practice every day is better than one long session once a week. Try to make it a habit and you'll see progress much faster.
Okay. According to you, like how many hours that we have to spend for daily basis to learn this language perfectly?
Honestly, there's no perfect number of hours. It really depends on what your goals are and how quickly you want to learn. Even 15 to 20 minutes a day can make a difference if you're consistent.
Okay. The other thing that I wanted to ask that like
Alright,
how
so I get it. You're curious about Alright, so you're curious about online platforms that can help you learn English. Can you tell me a little
absolutely.
more about what you're looking?
Yeah, the
Alright,
same thing I
well
was
there are
just
tons of
near
great platforms.
the same thing I was near to ask you how you catch the things which is going in my mind. I was just near to ask you that please share with me few of the good applications names by which the beginners they can start doing the practice.
Alright, so it sounds like you're looking for some beginner friendly apps to get started with. A couple of good ones are Duolingo and Memrise. They both have fun ways to learn new words and phrases. You might also like HelloTalk, where you can connect with native speakers for conversation practice.
Okay. Is it free of cost?
Yeah, Duolingo has a free version with lots of lessons and features. Memrise also has a free version, but you might get more out of the paid one. And with HelloTalk, it's completely free to sign up and start chatting with people.
Okay. So is there any time restrictions are there on HelloTalk?
HelloTalk doesn't have strict time restrictions, but you might find that people in different time zones are more active at different times of the day. Also, free users might have some limits on how many messages they can send.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. You cleared my all the doubts related to English, that how and from where I should start and all the things. So we'll again connect tomorrow and we'll do some different conversation, of course related to English only.
Anytime, I'm always happy to help. Good luck with your English learning journey.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Take care. So guys, I think you get all the solutions of your questions, right? So for your like for what you are waiting, please go and start your journey now. Okay. And in last, I wanted to share only one thing that if you want to connect with me and learn this language with lot of fun and musty, so of course you can join with me. I've already pinned the link in the description box, so just go and check and click, connect with me and do regular practice with us. Okay. So we'll meet again tomorrow with something new. Okay. Till then, bye bye. Take care, guys.